I recently posted about the fact I'm 26 years old and I'm in $95,487.73 worth of debt.
Whether you're saving up for a no-buy or low-buy year, you are in debt, you just want to save money, or you're just trying to be more financially responsible, this video is for you. I am talking about things that I am no longer buying in 2025. I think there's a trend going around where we're having a low buy, no buy year with political things going on, the price of eggs right now. But I do think this is always relevant. I feel like overconsumption is getting kind of out of hand, to be honest, and I am no stranger to that. I feel like even with social media, sometimes we just consume. TikTok is never ending. You just keep going, you keep scrolling. Even with TikTok shop, I feel like I see creators and then I'll see a video and then it'll say, buy here, add to cart, add a TikTok shop cart. There's really any opportunity to overconsume. You can overconsume your time with a family member that you just really need a break from. When it comes to money though, I think that's something that we can all agree on, that it's always better to save money or at least be more intentional and more mindful. Hopefully in the things that I'm no longer buying, I can help you be more mindful and intentional with your spending and purchasing habits as well. This is not financial advice. This is just me sharing, and sometimes when you say it out loud, you do it. So if you look back at my videos, I am no stranger to spending money. I have had hauls before, I have had product reviews. To be honest, I mean, sometimes that's part of being on a social media platform where you create content, but other times I just really wanted to try things. I am trying to be way better and more intentional with my money now. I have 14, technically 15 things that I wrote down, so let's just dive into it. Some things that I've noticed about myself though, when it comes to my overspending, is that it happens related to a lot of grocery store trips or when I go sell clothes at Uptown Cheapskate, which is a consignment shop, similar to Plato's Closet. For example, Kroger, okay? Kroger is a grocery store, if you don't know. Every time I go to that clearance section, I buy something. And it's always like cereal that got beat up a little bit, or it's like sunscreen, because y'all know I love sunscreen. I did get the donut full donuts on clearance as well, and I noticed that I would buy more than one thing from the clearance. I feel like it's a thing where if you go every single time and you're purchasing something, are you just buying it because it's on sale? So that's another example. When I sell my clothes to Uptown Cheapskate, you have to wait for them to look through your clothes. Sometimes people might browse, sometimes you just stand there on your phone. There have been a couple times where I bought pieces of clothing with the money I earned, and I just look back and I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to get rid of stuff. I don't really need things, and I didn't really get that much of a profit from selling my clothes. So those are things that I've noticed about myself. I feel like I will definitely overspend on groceries, so I'm really trying to work on that. Some questions that I came up for myself have been helpful lately because I have not been to the grocery store as often. The first question I give myself is, do I really want this? Do I really want these donut full donuts? Or is it just on sale? Because like, Selena, you are not a donut fanatic or whatever. Second question, do I already have this at home? If there is toilet bowl cleaner on sale at Kroger clearance, do I really need that if I have it at home? Do I need it? So this is the thing, like, would I need that toilet bowl cleaner? I already have it at home. But also, do you need it? Am I buying this because of a social pressure? That's the last question. I was thinking about it. When you are with someone or you are in a group setting, sometimes you may do things because other people are doing it. Let's say you're at a coffee shop with your friend and they're ordering drinks and you had coffee at home before you came with them, but you still order something just to order it and be social. That's not necessary, you know? I remember one time I was at a thrift store with my friend and she asked me to go because she's going on this cruise and she wanted some feedback on her outfits and such and get things for her vacation. And I got some things too from the thrift store, And I was like, I really don't need anything. Even though you are in the setting of buying something, you don't always have to do it. That goes for browsing on the internet too. Like, let's say you're looking something up, you recognized a purse that someone had and you wanted to see what kind of purse it was or what it was made from. Just because you're on that website doesn't mean you have to purchase it too. So that's what I mean by the societal pressure. Number one, I am not buying new cosmetics or toiletries. I realized I have a lot of mascara that I don't use, and I really don't wear makeup on a daily basis. Why am I buying it if it's included in my CVS coupon? Just because I have a coupon, I'm not gonna buy it. I also have a guest room, and we have a bottle of lotion in there, and it's like the big Jergens kind. And then I was thinking, like, do we really need that there? We get guests maybe 4 times a year, and if anything, they can just borrow my lotion, or for the weekend that someone's here, I'll just put my lotion in that room. And there's no need for us to have a bottle of lotion in every room. We do have lotion and tissues in the living room by the couch. Is that creepy, actually? I'm gonna get my mind out of the gutter, but yeah, we're not buying that. I think we just need to use up what we have already, because if I have 3 bottles of lotion at home, there's no need for me to buy it at the store if it's on sale or what have you. And I was getting into couponing, and I think that's where it got kind of dangerous, because I would have 4 laundry detergents in my laundry room, but it's like the next month or the next week when there's new coupons out, I don't need to buy more just because it's included in the sale and you're gonna get some money back. That's really what got me, I think, too. Number 2, organization dividers. I fully believe you don't need to buy something in order to organize something. You don't really need to add clutter to your current clutter. You don't necessarily need to buy like baskets to put all of your toys in. Get rid of some toys. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
I'm minimalish, and let's talk about some of the places I use an organizer and where I don't. Places like your toothbrush is something that's gonna get wet, so in order to keep my drawer protected from the water, I like to keep our toothbrushes in these little bins. Not every bathroom drawer needs an organizer, but I do use one in the bottom drawer as well, just because we have a few things down here that I want to keep accessible and so that I can see them. Also keeps me from overbuying as well, as I can see what we have and what we need. As for drawers in our closets, I absolutely don't need organizers in here. Sometimes adding bins in a closet just ends up costing you money that maybe isn't necessary. It's easy to keep the drawers organized when you don't have them filled to the brim. The kitchen is a place that I feel like a lot of people think they need organizers for, but a drawer is already itself an organizer. You're keeping items decluttered in your kitchen, you're able to keep things in sections and don't necessarily need an actual organizer for them. My spices all fit in this drawer just fine. I didn't have to spend the extra money getting all matching jars and the little organizer that tilts them up. I like to cut costs on things whenever I can, and sometimes buying that special little organizer that looks fancy in the drawer is just simply something that's not needed and not necessary, and it's just one less thing that I have to manage in my home.
I realized I'm not gonna get a storage divider where in your cabinet storage under the sink. I feel like you do need to organize your mess, but sometimes when you do that, you give yourself space to buy more mess and add to the mess, if that makes sense. Water bottles, I already have a few water bottles. We got rid of some, but my tried and true dented blender bottle still works and it still gets cold. So just because the new Stanley Cup is the new craze, or the Awala water bottles are out and those are cute colors, that does not mean that I should buy a new water bottle. And think of all the water bottles now that are in the landfill or at the thrift store. Like, have y'all been seeing Stanleys at the thrift store now? New workout sets. Now this is something that I do want, but I feel like there's no point. I already have activewear that works and it doesn't have to always match. I do firmly believe that if you are matching sometimes, makes you feel better about yourself. But I do think that we can pay for things or intentionally plan to save for a new workout set for like special occasions. Like if it's my birthday and I want to buy something for myself, yeah. Or if my current workout set gets a lot of holes, gets stained and you can't clean it, then yes. If you already have it at home, there's no real point. Items that are not part of my routine. With this idea, I was thinking about how I took tennis lessons last fall. And when you bought the tennis lessons, it did come with the free racket. And I already had tennis balls at home. But I was thinking about like those cute tennis skirts and those cute tennis dresses, and I really wanted one. But I was like, there's no point if I have activewear already. I actually did end up getting the Blogilates one at Target December of last year. I was thinking like, okay, it'd be cute to have one in several colors, but there's no point. That is not a part of my everyday routine. I don't need a cute looking visor and a tennis skirt and a tennis dress in different colors. It's not part of my routine. If I was in tournaments, sure, maybe 2 dresses or something. Sometimes you have to give yourself that math, or that girl math that they say, like you kind of have to talk to yourself a little bit, like, do you need that? Books. And this is hard because I love a good physical book, turning the page, smelling the book. I have a library card. I have the Hoopla app. I have the Libby app. And check your library card, because I did lose my library privileges after 2 years. Just make sure that you do have access to it. Sometimes you can also find a free YouTube audiobook as well. I was listening to Sherry Frankie's The House of My Mother, and that was good. I don't know what, I think I'm on chapter 11. If you prefer the physical book, you can rent it. It's okay to wait for it. Sometimes with the overconsumption, it's timely, where we see something, we think of something, and then we're like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. So I'm really trying to talk to myself about patience and not having to have things right away. Because when you grow up and you get your own money, you make your own money, you can buy things you weren't able to before. Sometimes it's impulsive, sometimes it's like, hey, I didn't grow up with much, now I can buy things. We gotta find that balance. Cleaning products. Okay, toilet bowl cleaner was actually in my head because I have more than one bathroom in this house, and I was cleaning one. I ran out of toilet bowl cleaner. Is there one downstairs? No. Then I was like, I don't need to add that to the grocery store list because I have other cleaning products that I acquired after my dad died. That sounds so bad. But when he did die, he had a lot of like Lysol, he had Clorox, he had Comet, he had baking soda, white vinegar. You know what? Let me just use with what I have. You don't have to clean a toilet bowl with specific toilet bowl cleaner. You can use other things. Reusable tote bags. This is something that I have so much of. Either it was gifted to me, the homeowner before me, they left a bunch of reusable bags as well. I think the previous homeowner was a teacher, so she used a lot of them. And I have a lot that I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? So really putting that in our cars. I don't need to buy new ones. You know that Trader Joe's bag that everyone's going crazy about? There's no need for that. Souvenirs. This is something that I personally, I think, kind of struggle with because when I do travel, it's very special to me. I just love, being in different places, learning about different cultures, trying different foods. I started different trends for myself where I would buy a refrigerator magnet. Then I was getting postcards. Then I was getting a new shirt, and I was like, I really can't do that. I do enjoy getting a new shirt from different places, but is that just gonna turn into a sleeping shirt? And then I already have like 5 sleeping shirts, so the next time I go somewhere, even if it's like the next city over, I shouldn't be buying a new shirt. I did compromise, and I'm thinking about if I just want something, I can do a sticker, or I can just keep 2 photos because that's a great memory. It doesn't necessarily require spending unless I get it printed out somewhere. Number 10, and I think some people might disagree with me, but this is really hard for me, okay? This should have been number 1. Buying outfits for vacation. It is bad, and I think we all do it because if you watch those videos that are like pack and prep with me or getting vacation ready, you watch everybody get all their toiletries together, they go to the store, they get new shoes, they get new outfits. And you know what? I just thought about it. I should really just be focusing on wearing things that I have in my closet. You likely have something in your closet that you have not worn ever or not worn in years. That is where I'm coming from. I think it's okay to buy things for vacation, but I know myself. You could see my past videos. I did kind of go crazy. My European thrift haul, granted, it was thrifted. It's secondhand, it's cheaper in a way. I don't need much. That one is hard, and I know that's very much a privileged statement. But I do feel like if you're watching this, you do have some privilege too, but just think about where you're spending. I'm sure if you don't have that issue, that's great. Maybe you're someone who dines out a little bit more, or maybe you're someone who just wants ideas, but that one was like, I really need to check myself on that. Just buying something for vacation. Am I gonna wear it a second time? Am I only wearing that on vacations? And how often do you go on vacation? I did look up like a rule of thumb on a clothing piece and how often you wear it. It said, divide the cost of the item by the number of times you plan to wear it. But that's the cost per wear. If it's a $25 shirt, you plan to wear it 5 times, $5 per wear. I guess do with that what you will. 11, decor. I feel like sometimes decor is pointless, y'all. I do think it is nice to have pretty pictures of flowers and stuff. If you think about it, you could make your wall prettier with like wallpaper, or you paint something, but I want to focus on functional decor, a really pretty magnetic knife block, or floating shelves where I can put plants on top, books that I did not buy but I already have. But that's what I mean by decor, because I feel like I would buy like gnomes from the thrift store because they're cute, just because it's cute. What am I gonna do with that? A house full of gnomes is great, but I really don't need that clutter. I'm buying it and it's not useful or practical in any way necessarily. Takeout, this is something that I don't really do, but I have found myself doing lately. We'll just be running errands. I didn't eat enough before I left the house. You want a Filet-O-Fish? You want a Crunch Wrap? Takeout one time a month is pushing it, but I feel like I could space it out to 6 times, or not 6 times a week. Every 6 weeks, that can be an allotment for $40 worth of dining out or takeout, and that is still pretty generous. Food at home. There's food at home. This is something that I just removed. Streaming services that I don't use. I've had Amazon Prime for a while. I realized that I don't really watch Amazon Prime Video anymore. The free shipping is nice. I feel like I don't shop enough, and I feel like I shouldn't be shopping. That's something that we removed. Disney Plus might be next, but I'm really attached to it, so I don't know. I have been watching more Disney, but is that because I don't want to delete it? Think about your streaming services and what you do and do not use. My plan with Amazon Prime being removed, I do have a Capital One credit card. They have a shopping portal, so when I purchase things through there, I get miles. Even though I may not have Amazon Prime free shipping, I still have some sort of benefit and I can still get the same products. 14, no new shoes. I feel like I have a lot of shoes. I mean, how many pairs of shoes do you have? I feel like I have 10, and one including my Dr. Scholl's shoes that I reviewed last year. They're so gross now, and I really want a new pair of white shoes. There's no point. I need to just clean my shoes now and really assess what shoes are actually functional. I still have shoes from high school, and I really need to just like only invest in things that are practical, useful, and still work. Sometimes it's easier to like purchase something cheaper, but it's not made with durability, versus investing our money and saving up, being mindful of our purchases. Okay, the last thing is kind of random and it's food related actually. I think it's gonna be juice, because I always want juice. I don't drink it that much, but I feel like I utilize it a little too much. I would say juice and actually protein shakes, because I do like those as a good backup, especially if I didn't get enough protein throughout the day. But I do want to increase more of my fruit intake and my protein intake overall. Costco has such a good deal on Premier Protein and Orgain, and I do like those. I'm gonna say low buy. Every time I go to Costco, I get at least 3 boxes of Premier Protein to stock up, and I really don't need that much at a time. Since it's an 18 pack, I should just take 1 case and see how that goes for the rest of the week, the rest of the month. All right, y'all, let me know if you agree with any of these or which ones you would add. Are you in a low buy era? Are you in a no buy year? Let me know, and let me know the reason if you feel comfortable. Are you looking to save up for something? Are you going on vacation? Are you trying to pay off student loans? As always, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. If you don't, I just appreciate you being here, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!